Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Another beautiful day here in paradise. You're listening to Saving the Investor Radio. I am Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida certified financial planner professional, here with my co-host, good friend, Pastor John Antonucci. So we have a lot to talk about. We had the Japan market, we had our market, we had a lot of volatility this week. We're going to really dive into that and really talk about why that happened and what you should be doing. But stay tuned and welcome to the show, John.
Yeah, good morning, Southwest Florida. You know, Alfie is Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional with over 40 years experience in this industry. Alfie and his team are dedicated to helping investors just like you navigate the complexities of the ever-evolving investment landscape. Today's no exception, and if economic uncertainties have put your financial decisions on hold, you really need to grab a hold of Alfie's free toolkit that will help transform your worries of retirement into confidence. Inside Alfie's toolkit, there's a wide range of materials that you can pick up absolutely free. Materials such as, will your money last as long as you do? Are you paying too much in taxes in retirement? Social Security Decisions Guide, will a recession rob your retirement? To get Alfie's toolkit, either call the operator and ask for it or text the word KIT, K-I-T, to 239-747-1077. You know, it's time for a worry-free retirement. Get Alfie's toolkit today. Call the operator or text the word KIT, K-I-T, to 239-747-1077. And Alfie, I think it was Monday, was a really shaky little day on the market, but the markets respond back pretty quick, and volatility is what really is the middle name of the market, isn't it?
It is. Again, we have election year. Election year always brings some uncertainty. And if you think about it, we had President Trump that was really beating the heck out of Biden in poll numbers. So the market was betting on that a few weeks ago, and saying, okay, we're going to have a Trump presidency. And then they switched it up. They did a curveball and kicked him out and got Kamala in. And then, her poll numbers are starting to go up. So, again, it's uncertainty in the market. They don't know which way it's going to go. We know which way it has to go to save our country. But as of right now, the markets are not betting on one way or the other. So that's why you have some volatility there. Japan had their worst day this past Monday in 40 years, and there was some talk about why it happened. You're hearing about hedge funds. You're hearing about betting the yen against the U.S. dollar, and they had to pay up on these hedge fund managers. So a lot of things happened, but then the next day it rebounded at 10%. So it's that's the Nikkei, the Japan market. So I think that is the third largest markets in the country.
Yeah, and you've got to be looking at opportunities that are out there in the markets. And one of the things that your portfolio managers do is they're buying when it's going down because there's opportunities to increase. And that's hard to do for the average investor, to really rebalance and really purchase things when things are going down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot like you're waiting for this car. You're looking at this car and you're just not wanting to buy it yet. Then it has a sale on it and it goes down $5,000. And then you look at that and you really wanted it at the higher price. Now it went down. But you're saying, why did it go down? And then you start doubting yourself why the car went down. Maybe I shouldn't buy it. It's the same thing with stocks. As the markets go down, you're getting them at a discount. You're getting them at a discount. So it's, that's what Warren Buffett says. You got to be greedy when everybody's fearful and fearful when everybody's greedy. You've always said that with Warren Buffett, and that is a great quote, because it's, when you need to start buying is when the markets are going down. And like you said, portfolio managers, they're rebalancing. They are taking the stuff that went up, selling, and buying stuff that went down to get it at a discount rate. And that's how you make money in the market. It's not panicking. It's not getting out of the market when the market goes down, because just like happened this past week, as the markets go down, then the next day the markets go up. If you're sitting on the sideline because you got out Well, you got out, you locked your loss in, and you didn't get the gain on the next day.
Right.
And that's how people, when they say, I never made money in the market, those people really that never made money in the market, John, and our listeners are the ones that do that. They sell when the market's down, and then they buy as the market starts to go up, but they miss the up. They're buying it, they're waiting and waiting. Well, okay, it's time to get in. Then they buy again, and then it goes down again. It's a roller coaster. So that's why you need someone to really take the emotion. We've talked about that for years. How to take the emotion out of investing is find a certified financial planner professional that helps you with his team. We have a team here that is, I'll put it up against anybody's team, and our really partners that we partner with, they know what they're doing. They manage money for these big institutions, the universities, and these are managers that you don't have access to, but you do when you partner with us. So give us a call. Let us review what you have. We call this, and especially during times that we're going through right now, if you haven't done one of our retirement simulators to find out what's going on inside your portfolio, we put a limit on how many we can do in a week. So John will tell you about that, but it will tell you what's going on inside your portfolio. If you are in the right sectors, right holdings, right assets, and how to protect your income. It gives you all that, and John will tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, Alfie's going to add value to you in your retirement years, or if you're soon to be retired. He doesn't stock pick, track record, invest. He doesn't do any of that, and he can put you in a position where you're going to get institutional pricing on all the products that he offers here through the Advantage Retirement Group. The Retirement Simulator process will do a deep dive into your current portfolio and see what's really going on. It's going to expose all the hidden fees that are eating up your returns each year. Going to show you if you're diversified correctly, allocated properly. Make sure you're not taking undue risk for the amount of return that you're getting each and every year. Alfie's going to take his portfolio and take you back 5 years and put yours side by side with his, and you're going to be able to see in black and white, actually on a big screen, exactly how your portfolio performed next to his. And that's why it's an in-depth, it's a complex type of review. And if you haven't had a review, this is the time to do it. The problem is he can only get 5 of you in this week because it's so complex and so deep dived into portfolios that it takes the whole week to do that. If you want to be one of the first 5 callers, all you have to do is call the operator, say, I want to take advantage of Alfie's retirement simulator process, or better yet, pick up your smart device right now. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till the end of the broadcast. Text the word VISIT, VISIT, to 239-747-1077. Again, that's 239-747-1077. Call the operator or text the word VISIT, because we're probably about 87 days, somewhere in there, to the election, and people really need to be positioned with their portfolio for both scenarios. If Kamala gets in or if Trump gets in, how is that going to affect them? And you basically have a plan and a curve to be able to adjust towards that, don't you?
Yeah, John, it's like you said, we have an election year coming, and change is happening. I was just talking not too long ago to somebody, and we're that we he might be leaving our course, and if he leaves, I said change is good. Sometimes change is what you need, and people don't like change, and when it's just not natural to change. Right. You have to. And I'm not saying I like it, but I'm saying it's constant. If we're not changing in our business, we're dying. So we have to change. That's why we travel all the time to go to these conventions to find out what's out there, and find out, listen to managers, find out what we can bring back to our clients. We always want to stay ahead, and this is and change is good. So John offered you the retirement simulator and process, and what it is, like he said, it takes a deep dive into what you currently have and see if we can put you in a better position. And not only that, we also talk about what a lot of our people come in. I was just talking to your son David, who's a great advisor here at the Advantage Retirement Group, and he was saying, I talk to people a lot, Alfie, about taxes and Roth conversions and different ways to save money. And he said that I'm sure your advisor is talking to you about that. And they said, no, he's not, or no, she's not. And that's what we do here. We talk about income. We talk about how to save you money in taxes because we know they're going up. So give us a call. Like John said, is 239-747-1077. That's 239-747-1077, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend. You know, Alfie has over 40 years experience in this industry as a CFP. He's also a fiduciary, which means his responsibility is to you, not to the products or services that he offers here at the Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie's going to add value to your life. He doesn't market time, stock pick, or track record invest. And Alfie has just come out with his second book. It's called Making Waves in Retirement, and we're experiencing some waves in retirement this week. Alfie's book is always in high demand, and due to popular demand, Alfie is offering you a complimentary copy. It's waiting for you right now. To claim your free book, all you have to do is call the operator and ask for it, or text the word book, B-O-O-K, to 239-747-1077. You know, Alfie's book is your guide to a fulfilling retirement. You don't want to miss out on the valuable insights, including many, many stories about investors that he has helped save over the years. That's why he named this broadcast Saving the Investor, because he wants to save you from the pitfalls, the traps, the schemes of Wall Street. Simply pick up the phone, call the operator, or text the word book right now to 239-747-1077. That's 239-747-1077. And jobless claims seems to be the little rattler that rattled everybody's cage on Monday. Why was that? Because it wasn't really off by that much.
Yeah, well, this week, this was a good thing because jobless claims came in. They were high, higher than, but they weren't as high as what they expected. So they were expecting 240,000 jobless claims, and only 233,000 came in. So that means the economy is still chugging along pretty good. It's not out of control but it's bad enough that they feel that the economy is still chugging along, but the Feds will be lowering rates. I mean, it looks like it's in the 90 percentile that they're going to be lowering rates, and it looks like it's going to be 0.5%. Now, this is in September. I talked to some pretty big money manager, the firm, and they said they hope that after Monday, what happened with the Nikkei going down like it did, they were hoping that the Feds did not have an emergency rate cut.
What would that have done to the market? Does it spook them by doing it?
It spooks them, and then it's and I think markets rebounded enough that they're not going to. He doesn't think they're going to have it. The firm doesn't, so that's a good thing. And so the next meeting and the next opportunity would be in September. So let's talk a little bit. I'm going to talk a couple of things. Let's talk about some of the companies that went down, and then we'll talk about what happens with rate cuts and how it affects your money. But midweek we had NVIDIA. You had NVIDIA, Amazon, Tesla really lost more than 4% in the past week. I mean 10%. I'm sorry, in the past week.
Correction, isn't it?
That's a correction.
Yeah.
Those stocks are in correction territory. They had a nice little rebound Thursday, but up until that point they were down more than 10%. So if you thought, let me ask you this, if you thought that these companies, Amazon, Tesla, and NVIDIA, was good a month ago, and now you can get them at a discount, doesn't that make sense to have those in your portfolio?
Sure.
If you can put new money in there, because these are the companies that are going to be around. They are forward thinkers. These are companies that have product and that people mostly want. And then you have Apple and Microsoft. These are the two big ones. Then Alphabet, which is your Google, they were down about 4 to 6% range. Again, if you think these companies are going to be, they're forward thinkers and they're going to be here, you're buying them at a discount. So that's what I'm saying. When we talk about rebalancing, we're selling things that made money, like let's say the bonds made money in the portfolio. But what we're doing is we're able to buy lower and have the cost base even, get that much lower. So this is a good thing. And when you can take the emotion out of investing, that's why using a certified financial planner professional is, in your best interest, because we take the emotion out of it. We will do these things automatically. Our managers that we work with are the ones that are not taking, they have no emotion at all in this game. What they're doing is they are doing what's supposed to be done, and they're looking at your accounts constantly. So these are good things. Now, let's say the rates do fall in September, because that's what it looks like it's going to happen. So as rates start to come down, some things happen. Okay, why would they come down? They want to come down to get people to calm down a little bit. The economy's slowing down. They got to start pumping money back in the economy. How you do that? If you lower rates, that people will borrow money again. Supposedly they're going to be borrowing more money the lower it goes. And so hopefully, the home sales have been horrendous. Right. Yeah. Horrendous. It wasn't that long ago, about a year ago, that you put your home up and they're fighting over it, right? Yeah. You did that, 2 years ago, John? You put your home up.
My house 3 years this December. So
yeah. So you put your home up 3 years ago and they were fighting over it, right? Yeah. And then, but the problem was they were fighting over his. He had to fight over the new one that was coming in, so they made he didn't make any money on it, but that's all right. Yeah. No, but that's what happens, though. If the thing to do is, obviously, if they're fighting over your home, you sell it, and then you sit and wait for the prices to come down, and that's what happened. Yeah. People sat, prices come down, and then you get in at a lower rate. Also, you wait for interest rates to come down, but what else will come down as interest rates come down? So if you're buying a home or business and you're borrowing money, that's a good thing. But if you're not borrowing money and you're wanting to make money, things are going to start coming down. So I'm going to talk about that, because we have some accounts that we can lock you in at 5%, even a little bit better than 5% for 3 years, 5 years right now. And those rates, when interest rates start to go down, instead of getting a 5% lock in, you're looking at a 3.5%, 4% lock in. So if you're thinking about wanting to forward think, this is the time to do it, because we know rates are coming down. Right. So rates are coming down, and we have, our structured notes are still paying 8%, a little over 8%. So if you're looking for income, why not, give us a call. Let us show you what we can do to create income and protect your principal. So these are things that we do here at the Advanced Retirement Group. We show you how to put plans together. We monitor the plans. We make changes to the plans. We create income. And a lot of advisors out there, they just talk about investing, talk about standard deviation, beta and alpha and all that good stuff, like they're real smart. Well, that's all right. You can be real smart. But what you want to know is what happens to my income when the market goes down. Yeah. Yeah. If they don't know how to do that, then I don't care how smart they are. They're not helping you out in that case.
Yeah, everything Alfie does is tailor-made to your personal situation. That's why you want to take advantage of his retirement simulator process. Listen, he only has an opportunity for 5 of you this week, so you need to pick up the phone and either text the word VISIT or call the operator at 239-747-1077. Let Alfie put a plan in place, a strategy that will get you to and through retirement, and especially if you're in your retirement years right now and you haven't had a review in more than 6 months to a year. You want to come in and let Alfie be a second opinion, a second pair of eyes. Even if you have an advisor that you've had for many years, his retirement simulator process will take a deep dive into your current portfolio and see what's really going on inside there. He exposes all the hidden fees for you that could be eating up some of your returns each and every year. He's going to make sure that you're allocated properly, diversified correctly, that you're not taking undue risk for the amount of return that you're getting each and every year. Alfie is going to add value to your life and to your portfolio because he's a fiduciary. He has over 40 years experience as a certified financial planner professional. You owe it to yourself to come into Fort Myers or Naples. He has 2 beautiful offices, and all you have to do that is either call the operator and tell him you want to visit, or text the word VISIT, V-I-S-I-T, to 239-747-1077. Look, you can only take 5 this week because that's all you can handle. It's a very complex, deep dive, computer program type thing that will really analyze your portfolio from the inside out. 239-747-1077. Pick up the phone, text the word VISIT right now, and make an appointment with Alfie in Fort Myers or Naples. Alfie, people really need to be in position for the end of the year. obviously, an election year, which is always critical. And a lot of people are just sitting and staying the course. And like you said, change sometimes is good, but if they don't need to change, you're going to tell them that as well.
Yeah, we'll let you know. Absolutely. So, we call this lazy money. When you have lazy money, what is lazy money? That's money just sitting around in your money market account. You might be making a decent amount, you might not, but that lazy money, put that to work for you, because you can get some serious interest on that money, and money that you're not really making right now. You might be able to turn that into a nice income or a nice return. So if you have lazy money just sitting around, not doing anything with, we have opportunities for you with short term. We got 3-year opportunities, 1-year opportunities. So if you're not, and again, interest rates are starting to come down. As interest rates come down, maybe what we're doing is what we call an immediate bond portfolio, intermediate bond portfolio, where your bonds are due within 3 to 5 years, but as rates go down, they're going to increase in value. And not only that, they're yielding about 4.5%. So there are things that are out there that we can help you with. So give us a call, 239-747-1077. We'll be right back. Good morning, Southwest Florida. You're listening to Saving the Investor radio show. I am Alfie Townsend, known as Southwest Florida's Certified Financial Planner Professional. Again, here with Pastor John Antonucci, and we are here to answer a lot of your questions. We have our radio show that's on every Saturday, our TV show that's on NBC after Meet the Press, and we always get questions from our viewing and listening audience, and we're going to share some of those questions with you in this segment.
Yeah, great to be with you, Alfie. And as always, one thing that you need to think about is that there's a ticking time bomb out there that you may not realize, and that is taxes that are going to continually go up to pay for the debt that we have and all the things that are out there that people want to do in our country. And if you don't have a plan for taxes, you really need to get one. And Alfie has put together an incredible plan that addresses uncertainties and instills confidence in your future. As a certified financial planner professional, Alfie has a tax map that will strive to help you achieve 3 important goals. Number 1, lower your tax bracket if you can. Number 2, protect your money when taxes rise. And number 3, create a tax-free income. Be one of the first 9 callers and reach out to Alfie right now. It's absolutely free. Just call the operator and ask for the tax map, or text the word tax, T-A-X, to 239-747-1077. That's 239-747-1077. And as always, if you want to get your questions asked on the broadcast, all you have to do is text the word ask to 239-747-1077. We want to get into your burning questions and have Alfie Townsend, who has 40 years experience in this industry as a certified financial planner, give you the best information, because information is going to direct you correctly. And Alfie, what are the most important steps someone is asking here that I should take to ensure my retirement savings and that it will last through my retirement years? People don't want to go back to work, and you are really hired to keep them retired, aren't you?
Yeah, so what we want to make sure with everybody comes in with certain dollar amounts, of course, and everybody's needs are different. So the first thing we want to do is find out what your goals are, find out what your needs are, find out what you're wanting to do with this money. Is it for income? Is it for legacy? Is it for future income down the road? So there's a lot of different options. And that's why I always talk about being a certified financial planner professional. Is our job is to look at your taxes, look at income planning, look at different insurances. If it's annuities, life insurance, whatever it is, we have to be able to look at it, dissect it to see if it's a right plan for you. But we want to make sure you have income coming in, because when you retire, you were used to income. So that's one thing you're going to lose for sure, is your income when you retire from your job. So now what we have to do is look at the income that you were making, or looking at the income after expenses that you actually need. And we have to make adjustments. And a lot of times, John, I have to really let them know you do not have enough money to get you to and through retirement. Right. And that's what my job is. It's not to sugarcoat and say, if we make you 8% interest, you're going to be just fine. The markets don't work like that. The markets will make you at 20% in one year, and it could lose you 10% the next year. 25% the next year. So you have to make sure that your accounts have protectors on there. If it does go down below a certain point, you're protected. It's not going to take all that money from you. So we have to find out what your risk is, put a plan in place, and then we have a program to make sure with 95% confident that you're going to make it to and through retirement from income planning, inflation, and then what you're going to have left at the end of, at certain ages. So we put that plan together for you.
Yeah, you're listening to Saving the Investor radio broadcast on 92.5 Fox News, and we're answering your questions today. Phone number is 239-747-1077. You can call Alfie, make an appointment with him in Fort Myers or Naples, 239-747-1077. Can you explain the benefits and drawbacks of different retirement account options like IRAs, 401ks, Roth conversions? I know people that work in the service industry here, and police and teachers have a 403b, I believe.
Yeah.
What are the difference, and how do you handle that?
Yeah, the 403 is just nonprofit, more like teachers, doctors and nurses. They're going to have the 403, but a lot of people, John, what they have is a 401k from work, and yeah, there's a lot of people that have opportunity for a 401k and they're not putting money in it. And for whatever reason, maybe they're not planning on staying there long. They're not going to be vested. But if you're planning on staying at that job a long time and your employer is matching it up to a certain percent, you want to take advantage of that. What I tell a lot of our clients that are still working in their 401k, if you can change that from a 401k to a Roth, if they have it, where you can put that money in. The big difference is if you have a 401k that's a Roth versus just a 401k. What's nice about it, John, you don't get to deduct the money that you put in. So that's the disadvantage. So if you make $100,000 and you put in $20,000 in a 401k, you only pay taxes on $80,000. But if you put $20,000 in a Roth, you have to pay tax on that 100 still. Okay, but that 20, as it grows, you're going to be able to take that out down the road. So it grows tax-free, and then you take it out tax-free.
That's nice.
It's nice. So what you're doing is, let's just say you had a $500,000 Roth. Okay, if you had $500,000 Roth and you only put in $150,000 to get that $500,000, you have $350,000 of gain that you don't have to pay any taxes on. And if that was a traditional 401k or a Roth, you would have gotten a tax break on $150,000. Okay, so let's say it saved you $30,000 in taxes, but now your whole $500,000 is taxable for the rest of your life. Where this, you lose that $30,000 deduction, but that $500,000 is all tax-free for you as it keeps growing. So, there's some time that you have to put the work in early and bite the bullet to have a longer term goal that's tax-free, because we know taxes are going up in the future. So any tax-free you can have, I take advantage of.
So is it safe to say that if someone has a Roth, if they have $1 million in a Roth and they have $1 million in a 401k or an IRA type thing, the one that has the Roth really has $1 million, but the other one doesn't, does he?
No, the other one has a partner. The other one, the 401k, has a partner, and that's
retirees want a partner.
Yeah, and especially the IRS is your partner. IRS is your partner, so they own 35% of that $1 million. So you really only have about $650,000 of that $1 million, because the IRS gets the other $350,000. Where if you had the Roth in there, you don't have a partner. You fired your partner, and he wasn't really benefiting you at all. So you don't have a partner, and you have $1 million. So it's a big, but you have to really know that you're not going to get a deduction, but the long term is going to be sitting pretty for you.
Is there required minimums to take out of a Roth?
That's a great question. So that's the other thing, John. You don't have to take anything out at 73. 74, 75, whatever age you have to start taking it out. You're not required to take out any required minimum distribution on a Roth or, but in a 401k, an IRA, a 403b, when you retire, those all really get converted to an IRA qualified money. That means you never pay taxes on that money. You put money in, you got a deduction, all the gains are going to be taxed. It was the smartest thing the government ever did to give you a little bit of a tax break, to have your ticking time bomb that's going to be ready for you to pay all these taxes when you turn that age.
Yeah. Do you see people that take a regular 401k or IRA required minimum that really don't need it at that time? Do you see them reinvesting to stay in the market into a Roth each time they take out a year?
Well, you can't, once you're taking required minimum distribution, you can't convert that money to a Roth because you're at that age. You can still convert to Roth at retirement age, at RMD age, but it's over and above what you were supposed to take out. So if your required minimum distribution was $50,000 and you wanted to take out $100,000, you could take that extra $50,000 and convert it to a Roth if you wanted to do that. But the best thing is to start looking at Roth conversions at a young, before you're 73, and we can show you if you're in a tax bracket. We have a program that we can run your last year's tax returns and show you this is how it's going to affect your Social Security. This is how it's going to affect your Part A, Part D, Part B, and Part D. So we can show you, taxes, how much it's going to cost you, but then show you the benefit down the road, how much you save by not having to take that money out and to have that money tax-free.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm just asking some questions off the top of my head, but you may have some burning questions that you want to ask Alfie around those different type of topics we addressed. Why not visit with him in Fort Myers or Naples? You owe it to yourself to get a review on your portfolio. He has what's called the retirement simulator process, which is similar to an airplane that goes through a simulator and encounters all kinds of storms and bad weather and engines failing. Well, he does the same thing with a portfolio to see how your stress level would react to your portfolio in critical times. And the way that he's going to do that is by putting your portfolio through a series of deep dives to take a look inside to see what's going on. He wants to make sure that you're allocated properly, diversified correctly, that you're not taking undue risk for the amount of return that you're getting. Going to expose all the hidden fees inside your portfolio that could be eating up your returns. Listen, you owe it to yourself to get a second opinion, and not just any second opinion. This is a man with 40 years experience as a certified financial planner professional. He is Southwest Florida's premier financial planner, and you owe it to yourself to sit down with him in Fort Myers or Naples. Simply text the word VISIT, VISIT, to 239-747-1077. If you don't text, just pick up the phone, call the operator, tell him, I want to visit with Alfie in Fort Myers or Naples. I want him to take a look at my portfolio. He can only do 5 people this week, so be one of the first 5 callers right now, or texters, however you want to do it. Text the word VISIT to 239-747-1077. Alfie's going to add value to your life, add value to your retirement plan, and he's going to put together an income strategy to get you to and through retirement. 239-747-1077. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back right after this break. Welcome back to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend. You know, Alfie can add value to your life in so many ways, and Alfie has just come out with his second book called Making Waves in Retirement. Alfie's book is always in high demand, and due to popular demand, once again, Alfie is offering a complimentary copy that is waiting for you. To claim your free book, all you have to do is call the operator or text the word book, B-O-O-K, to 239-747-1077. Alfie's book is your guide to a fulfilling retirement. You don't want to miss out on the valuable insights, including many, many stories about investors that he has helped save over the year. That's why he's called this broadcast Saving the Investor, because he wants to save you from the pitfalls, the schemes, the traps of Wall Street. Simply call the operator and ask for the book, or text the word book right now, B-O-O-K, to 239-747-1077. And we're taking your questions today on the air. You can actually ask Alfie a question by texting the word ASK, A-S-K, to 239-747-1077. We'll be sure to address your concern on the air. But somebody's asking, and this is probably a popular one, what strategies do you offer that can help reduce my taxes in my retirement income?
Oh, there's a lot of strategies. We talked about it on the last segment, but we'll talk about it again. There's Roth conversions. We want to look at your income to see what type of where that income's coming from. It could be the investment that you have. You know, a lot of people have CDs and savings, and that's kicking off 1099s at the end of the year. My question to you is, are you using this interest, or are you just reinvesting it? Well, if they're just reinvesting it, it's costing them money. So something like that, we can put that in something that's either tax deferred, where you control it. If you don't take it out, it just keeps building up, and it's growing tax deferred, and take it out as you need it. So that's one way of doing it. So what we'd want to really do is look at your plan and see, if you have IRAs, if we should be doing some Roth conversions in those, see what your income is, seeing if it's, conducive to do that at your tax rate. We're going to definitely do that. But if you have money sitting around that's sitting in CDs and savings that you're not needing, you'd much rather have tax deferred versus having to pay it each and every year, where you control it, not the government.
Yeah, it's a great point. You're listening to Saving the Investor radio broadcast on 92.5 Fox News. We're talking about questions from our listeners and things that maybe are on your mind. One of the things that people are asking, and it's really probably a review that would need to be done, but how can I effectively manage my investments to minimize risk and maximize growth as I approach retirement? Doesn't everybody want to minimize risk and, maximize growth?
Well, that's really through diversification, John, is minimizing your risks and maximizing your growth. It's hard to do that when you're trying to do it yourself. That's where we get paid. Well, as a certified financial planner professional, our job to charge you that fee is not just to put you in portfolios but our job is to look at future taxes. Our job is to put an income plan together for you. Our job is to help. We even had, I can't tell you how many clients we've had. They know I'm a car buff, and ask me to help them. And it's usually the single women that we help all the time, because I tell them, listen, if you're going to be buying a car, you get the best deal you can, and then let me call and tell them you're not allowed to do it until you talk to my financial advisor. And they get the deal. Then I call them back and I say, well, tell me what this car has and this and that. And I said, I'm going to shop it, and I'll get back with you. And I have my son, do the shopping for the same car. And we, a lot of times, John, save thousands and thousands of dollars for our clients. And these are just things that we do because, I was raised by my mom and my sister. And one thing that we're doing here at the Advanced Retirement Group, Mayor's doing a great job. It's really inspiring women, which means that, we're helping, single women, that are, their needs are different than a married couple. Their needs are different than a single man. So, our job is to show some of the concerns and how you can overcome and not be afraid of investing, and invest with confidence. So we have a division of our company called Inspiring Women, and we help single widow women get to and through retirement in a way that they have confidence. So if you're out there listening, we'd love to show you what we do different.
That's great. I mean, you help people out with cars, and one of the questions that's coming in now, I don't know if you help in this area or not fully, but people want to be ensured that their estate plan is set up correctly to protect their assets and provide for their loved ones. Do you get into estate planning at all and help them in that direction?
Oh yeah, that's a big part of our practice, John, is to, if you're in an estate that has millions and millions of dollars that is going to get taxed when both spouses pass, that's one of the things that we have to definitely look at and show you how to avoid paying all these taxes on for estate taxes for your kids. And so your kids receiving it, they're going to receive a whole lot less because Uncle Sam got his hands in it. So there are things to do, estate planning, life insurance. There's putting it in a different trust to start gifting it. There's a lot that needs to be done, but everybody's situation's different, John. Some people come in with a big income, but they don't have a lot of assets. Some people come in with a lot of assets, and they don't really need income. So we have to not create income for them in that case. What we have to do is take in consideration taxes, to reduce their taxes, and how to get that money to your heirs, if that's your goal, how to get it to them tax-free or the most efficient way we can do that. We partner with elder law attorneys, estate attorneys. We partner with the CPAs, so we have different ways to do, to look at everything, not just one thing.
Yeah, and lastly, as people approach retirement and they're going into the harvesting phase, which is the most important phase. That's why you want a certified financial planner professional. What are some common financial mistakes people make as they near retirement, and how can you cause them to avoid them?
Yeah, I think one of even rolling over your 401k to your IRA, a lot of people don't realize that you can take your money out of your 401k and move it over to your IRA and control it yourself, and you would have 10 times the options, if not 50 times the options, by controlling it yourself than you do if you leave it over there. So if you still have your 401k left at work, this is a great time to give us a call. I'm going to let John give you the number for the last time, but let us put a plan in place for you with your 401k in your IRA. But mostly you ask that question, you have to have a plan in place. Where is that income going to come from, and how to reduce the taxes at the same time.
Yeah, investing is complex, even more complex than what you thought it was years ago, and that's why you want a certified financial planner professional on your side. Alfie Townsend has 40 years experience as a CFP. He's also a fiduciary, which means his responsibility is to you, the investor, and he has put together a comprehensive plan. It's called the Retirement Simulator Process that will help get you to and through retirement. Inside that plan, he's going to take your portfolio back 5 years, put it next to his, and he's going to take a deep dive into your current portfolio to make sure that you're not taking undue risk for the amount of return that you're getting, that you're allocated properly, that you're diversified correctly. He's going to put together a strategy and an income plan that will make sure that you get to and through retirement. Simply pick up the phone and call 239-747-1077 or text the word VISIT, V-I-S-I-T, to 239-747-1077. You owe it to yourself to sit down with Southwest Florida's premier financial planner professional in Fort Myers or Naples. Once again, 239-747-1077.
Thanks, John. And this show, this was a good show because these are questions from listeners from our radio show, our watchers from our TV show, and these are these are questions that we handle all the time. There was so many that we didn't get to get through because each of them are individual and each of them are different. So if you're about to retire or you are retired, one of the things that a lot of times, John, people come in and why they change their advisor to us is because they outgrew their advisor. Their advisor wasn't talking about taxes. Their advisor wasn't talking about income planning. Their advisor wasn't talking about how to pass that money on to their heirs. So they hear us and they see us, and that's why we try to do everything we can to make sure our clients get to and through retirement. So we have to look at everything. If you've never seen our TV show, it's every Sunday on NBC2, and it's called right after Meet the Press. It's at 11 o'clock to 11 to 11:30. Saving the Investor, and of course right here on 92.5. We've been on 92.5 going on 12 years now, I believe. So it's a great radio show and station and show, and we thank Jake the Millennial for making us sound good. So until next week, be blessed.